a young gun that has been able to bring it. The fact that he's a veteran and he has been such a shining example of what veterans can do means that now the rest of the servicemen that are coming back can look at him and say, that's what I want to be. I want to be that guy.
Given the injuries that HT sustained, he doesn't need to create a pedestal or a platform for himself. He is one.
HT is the real deal. He lives it.
And the question that kind of sparked the whole military movement was, did you impact any change in anyone's life or in the world? And I said no, and that answer bothered me. 2 weeks later, in 2006, I enlisted into the United States Army. A lot of these soldiers did not know their children. They've been gone for 18 months, sometimes 2 years at a time. Part of the reason why I joined was that if I can relieve one soldier of going home to see his family, then I would make that one impact.
HT had all of the qualities of a good leader from the first day I met him. Once I got to know HT, I needed to promote him, and I needed him to be that guy who watched my six. He had to be the guy. And I made it very simple with my platoon sergeant, and he was not happy. I said, you have two choices. Either you give me Tran or you give me Tran. Our day started at midnight. We would infill a battle space, and our mission was to kill or capture Al-Qaeda in Iraq. On May 10, 2008, Sergeant Tran and I were conducting an infiltration of a particular Iraqi battle space, and I stepped on a 122 millimeter mortar round, which was connected to a pressure wire IED.
I saw a bright white light, and that was the end of that. They didn't know whether I was going to make it or not. I lost my right eye. Apparently my face was swollen like a bowling ball. I had a fractured femur, broken fingers and hands. I still have shrapnel in my face. That night after I got injured, I never saw Iraq again. At the hospital, the hardest part is seeking and finding a new purpose, and that couldn't have been done without Bob Nielsen, who's with 100 Entrepreneurs.
HT was coming down the halls of the old Walter Reed with his platoon commander, Clayton Hinchman. Clayton had lost a leg, and HT had lost an eye and had some brain injury. Clayton was going to come to one of my classes on entrepreneurship, and he dragged HT along, and HT came to class and never stopped.
The entrepreneur class, we were more focused on construction. Every second Thursday would be a different speaker.
He was really not only infantry, but he was a builder over there. If you can build a project and get something done while you're being shot at, you can do anything in the construction industry.
I'm not a civilian builder, nor am I the most outgoing person in the world. And so I needed to bring on someone, and I was telling him this because, wait a minute, I have someone perfect.
And so Bob Nielsen asked me, he said, would you be kind enough to speak to this vet? And he's a Purple Heart, and he's this and that. And I said, of course I would. Why wouldn't I? And Bob said he's looking to make a career move and a change. I said, HT, really, what do you want to do? And he said, I want to start a construction company.
I was introduced to HT through Richard Leiter, the third business partner. I always knew I wanted to be a partner in a firm or run a firm.
The three owners here at this company, I call them the Holy Trinity. Each of them has their own set of background and experiences, and they bring something different to the table every day.
The real challenge of us was perception. Perception of being a service-disabled veteran.
People sort of doubted you from the first moment you opened your mouth to say, we're a veteran-owned minority small business. It was almost like saying, you know, we have the plague, and by the way, we'd like to come and visit you.
People asked if we were frauds, wouldn't take our call. I mean, and endless, furious stuff, and it kind of inspired us to self-reform and, you know, build that reputation.
You know, you see these LB owners that aren't really there, just a figurehead, right? And they use their name and their experience, and then somebody else runs the company. But he's at the job every day.
HT said, Danny, just give us a chance on anything. We don't care what it is.
I remember him calling me the day he got his first contract, and he was very excited. And he's Mike, I got my first contract. Yeah, everything's great. And I'm thinking, oh boy, he's going to build a building, or he's going to do something like this. And he goes, I said, well, what is it? What are you going to be doing? He said, well, I'm going to replace 2,000 toilets. And I said, oh, okay. And he said, yep, I'm going to learn this thing from the bottom up.
The name Anvil came from my old infantry company that I worked for. The tactical meaning behind that is once you drop an anvil on an objective, we don't leave until we're ready to go. having Anvil Builders is so important to me. It's just not an establishment where profit rules all. Like, there has to be a cause. There has to be a mission why I'm doing this.
HT's goal is to have 50% veterans at his company. That's incredible, and that's a lofty goal, and if anybody can achieve it, Anvil can achieve it.
As far as our Veterans Task Force that was formed under HT's leadership, anytime that we've had a veteran referred to our organization, they've had a job within days. There has not been one veteran who has waited more than, I believe, a week before he's been placed at one of the companies.
He's about the guys, right? He's a soldier. He was a sergeant in the military or a sergeant in the Army, and he just wants to make sure that his guys are taken care of.
HT and I have a special bond in the sense that we're both disabled veterans. I know that HT's got my back and I have his all the time. So
carpentry was just, it was a good thing to find and have help to get into it.
I know for a fact that the rest of his life he will be doing good things for veterans.
He's doing, a huge service to the people who've done a great service for our country.
if I were 20, 25 years younger, I'd be working for HT right now. He's got the right attitude. His business will grow as much as he wants. There's no limitations. And I think he's got a talented team that he's pulled together and is going to do great things.
Anvil has done a hell of a job, doing increasingly more complex work for us and maintaining those commitments and performing on them.
If you think about how hard it is to be successful in construction, number one, and then layer on where HT was in 2008 to today, 2015, and that journey, I don't think you can say that many other people have come that far.
HT, you did an awesome job. Congratulations, buddy.
HT, I am extremely proud of you for winning this award, but most importantly, I am extremely proud to be your family, and I love you.